Each episode of the Blind Alchemy Podcast is designed to be helpful. Expect comedy. Do not expect consistency or sense to be made. I am Podbot. I was inspired by the Lion Goat podcast. Listen to that show. Today's episode includes an interview with an anonymous chef and a discussion of a tragic event. If you are new to the show, please be aware that the following material was recorded and edited experimentally. Most future episodes are recorded using conventional editing and equipment, and are produced at a higher quality.
I'm not sure. Blind Alchemist is the name of the podcast. I am the Blind Alchemist. I'm not coming like live from the sea. All right, folks. In an attempt to conversate. Hello and welcome. I am your host, the Blind Alchemist, and I am coming at you live from the kitchen with this rendition of reality as we know it. We are all one, and there is nothing new under the sun that shines down here upon the island of mind, which is somewhere adrift in the sea of frequency that creates all of reality. You see, we are connected through this energy. Now, I would like to thank you for joining us today.
What's up, dude?
What's going on, sir?
I am making some chili.
Making some chili. Some white bean chili?
This is white bean and black bean chili.
Okay, well, white bean chili is like navy bean style beans and chicken for the meat. Did you know that, sir?
I've had that kind of white bean chili. I like to make mine with cannelli beans and black beans.
Mm-hmm.
And I put some beef in there. I'm making up some onions and peppers to go in it.
Okay, all right. Well, it's a balmy 73 degrees, slightly overcast here.
Yeah, it's...
The Isle of Mind is a very good place. We're just drifting around.
Are you recording a podcast at the moment?
Yeah, yes, I am. I am currently. I'd like to tell you now, this is the Blind Alchemy Podcast. Are you currently free to doodle, free to conduct a little blind alchemy?
Not right at the moment, because I've got my hands covered in onions.
Juicy. We'll call this segment of the podcast Tier 1.
I should assume a character of some sort.
Why you always have to be? Let's just have a conversation.
I will remain anonymous. This is life.
It doesn't really matter.
I've heard about these games you play with.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. It feels so good.
Yeah, I can see that.
I should call you a different name every time.
I mean, you've called me many different names throughout our relationship. Some of them I do not care for, some of them I felt very good about.
We'll discuss that later.
Any of the ones you've called me that I enjoy at this time.
I feel like it's gibberish and dumb.
It's comical.
It doesn't really matter.
I believe you once called me Philip, and that wasn't horrible.
Phyllis?
But
Yeah.
it fit really well.
I remember the day I called you Phyllis.
Can you describe the day you called me Philip?
It was a warm October day.
Well, that doesn't always happen, but it does.
It does in my memories. Where was I? It's a warm October day. The leaves were...
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to explain to you how to make a good white and black bean chili. We're coming to the Blind Alchemist Cooks television show. We have no cameras this week. I'm very sorry to say that we have no cameras, but we do have the sound just for your ASMR listeners. We do have the sound of onions and peppers. Can you hear that, listeners?
Yes. It sounds marvelous. Sounds like they're...
Smells delightful.
It smells delightful, yes. We have not yet installed smell-o-vision, but...
Here are the patents that I'm working on. Have I described the Internet to you before?
Internet? No.
Yeah, well, it's like the internet, but it got an extra little processor to the computer, and it creates all the different scents that are possible, and we call it the Internet.
Okay. Ingenious. I knew the R&D department was redundant. No, everything these days seems to talk in an alphabet.
Have you expanded Patricia's responsibilities?
No, she's still just legal, and occasionally she gets coffee for the people she likes.
Well, who's handling R&D? You don't have that Jeremy fellow on it, do you?
Oh, God, no. He can't manage social media, man. He's horrible. He just sits alone at home with like, animals and pets, probably a pet rocks. He probably got 2 pet rocks.
You haven't assigned Cooper and Max to R&D, have you?
No, they're dangerous. They just sweep the floor.
Well, I mean, they've swabbed the decks once or twice.
That's what we call swabbing the decks. Sometimes they walk the
You
plank.
made them walk the plank then, have you?
No, for fun, they just run right off that son of a bitch. See how high they can jump.
They've been practicing the diving again, I see. Diving straight into the epic of consciousness.
Right? Splashing around, making waves. That's how you do things. Like a thought in action, you know.
What sort of spices shall I add to my
Just having beans, that's on you, sir, and your neighbors,
seasonal?
Not go wrong with the seasonal. It's right there in entitlement. You can put it on everything, you know.
I need some sort of curry powder, I think.
Maybe, perhaps. A touch of cumin.
Do you think I have any ugly ass cumin? That's a good idea. I have coriander. Do I have cumin? Ladies and gentlemen, it's a bit of an improvisational cooking. It's the only cooking show that's ever happened where there's actually no recipe, and I just make it up as I go along.
No.
Just like everything I do.
Oh, my goodness. Just like every day you do. So, Chef, how are you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling okay. How are you?
Well, I'm doing, no, I would say well. I want to say well. I feel well at the moment, but, so, you know my new car that I just got?
Yes?
Fucking deer.
You got to be kidding me.
A fucking deer.
Oh, dear.
I hit that motherfucker doing 70, 75.
Holy shit, 75.
We're gonna put it in the shop Monday, so it's all good.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, man. My fucking Chrysler. You know what's funny? It's got a little...
Are you just making up a story because Ted has driven it through the studio wall again?
No. Ted has finally fixed that hole. And, seems decent. It's no more hay. And what I hope was...
Quality stuff.
No, I hit that motherfucker, dude.
How much damage?
Fucked it up in the exact same place the Mazda's fucked up. I don't know what the fuck that means.
It's almost ironic.
Yes.
Like the universe is telling you it doesn't want you to drive.
Doesn't want me to drive.
That's horrible news. I'm so sorry.
Man, I know it's just a thing, but it's a brand new to me thing, man. I have not used up a quart tank of gas in that goddamn car. That's how long I've had it. You know, boom.
When did this happen?
Thursday, Friday morning.
So just yesterday?
Yeah,
Wow.
Thursday morning. It was Thursday morning. There was no deer, and then all of a sudden, deer. Yeah, they're like, I don't even know where the motherfucker came from.
Are you near your house? There's tons of deer out there. They're always jumping around, frolicking.
I was on the highway. That's why I hit that motherfucker doing 75. God. Boom.
Awesome that you're okay, man. You could really hurt.
Yeah.
It was like the damn thing materialized in front of me. Like, it was just like, where in the hell? And it was already materialized into the car. What if it was a glitch in the Matrix, sir?
Well, they can bound pretty far, or maybe just leaped off the side of the road onto your car. I once was driving, and it was like 3 in the morning, and I was on this big highway, but there was no cars around. I came around the corner, and there was an entire herd of deer just standing right in the middle of the interstate.
Oh.
And I had to slam on my brakes. And all of a sudden, the deer, they started leaping in all the different directions. And right on top of my head of my car.
On top of the hood of your car, did he dance? Because in my mind right now, when you...
He was dancing.
I picture the deer, the herd of deer in ballerina suits, outfits.
I mean, it was called slam dancing, the kind of dancing he did.
Slam dance.
Slamming directly into the hood and the windshield and bouncing off the side of the car. I was extremely lucky, but I'm so Sorry to hear that.
Dude, I stood in the fucking highway screaming fuck for a solid 5 minutes. Dude, I was fuck. What the fuck? No deer. Couldn't find the son of a bitch. He ran away, folks. I don't know where he went. That's the story.
I feel bad for the poor little deer, but I feel bad for you.
I had to get it towed because it wasn't going to gear. There's a cool thing, I guess. There's a safety feature that will not allow it to go into park after collision unless you know how to trick it. So I couldn't get the car into park after because I hit the deer and I wasn't going to stop. I was just like, fuck. I'll go home, check out the fucking damage. And I stopped when I couldn't get back in gear. I was like, fuck.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, it's going to get worked out.
Did you have insurance?
Not for deer, apparently.
So you did a shit ton of damage or just a small amount of damage?
Mediocre shitload of damage.
Oh no.
Fucked up grills. Pretty much the same thing as fucked up with the Mazda. The headlights fucked. For the quarter panel is a lot more fucked up than on the Mazda, but I was like, oh man. God damn it.
Well, did it cause you to have some existential thinking? Did you philosophize on the...
Is it trying to tell me something that I'm not ready to have nice things? Is that what that is about? I don't know. Is there something coming at me from the left spiritually? And my car is like, keeps bouncing up against me somehow. What's going on with that? Well, what are your thoughts, Chef?
Well, I've moved the chili off the burner and it's now on a low simmer.
Right. No, okay.
We browned the onions and the peppers together, and I've cooked the meat ahead of time. The meat is simmering with the beans. I added some chili powder. I added some seasoning, probably a little too much because I wasn't paying attention, so it may be a bit too salty. I'm hoping that's not the case.
Mostly you don't want to do that.
And my thoughts are that the universe bears no envy or bears no resentment against you. And this sort of thought that having a comic has anything to do with the universe is purely just an example of the entropy that exists in the cosmos around us at all times. Things are always running around on this planet, and it's really, if you think about it, it's a miracle that you're not bouncing off deer.
More often. Right.
I mean, there's millions of deer on the planet, and there's literally billions of people on the planet, and millions and millions and millions and millions of cars, and we're all driving around and leaping around and eating grass and frolicking and drinking gasoline all the time. So it's really quite miraculous that we're not constantly bouncing off of deer. And especially if you live in an area where the deer like to frolic in the road after hours when the people go to bed, which I think the deer probably do in your area. From the deer's perspective, it's really much worse. Thinking that you're okay, I say the only thing, if you want to posit any sort of attribution to the cosmos, then you should just say thank you to the cosmos. Thank you that I'm still alive. Thank you that I didn't incur a spinal fracture when I ran into the deer, or be grateful I didn't come through the windshield and decapitate you or make you quadriplegic. Perhaps you should say thank you to the universe, even though it seems like the universe has served your place of shit.
I said, what is this trying to teach me? I was like, what is this experience? Why in the fuck has it happened so quick after retainment of a new car? Of a pristine, very nice 2013 Chrysler 200 4-door touring edition. It was very lovely. Bluetooth connectivity.
It sounds quite sophisticated.
I mean, that's quality
What is
stuff.
that?
Now, sir.
Or a motor carriage of any sort, one should have a motor carriage with a number slightly higher than 199.
That's true. True. Nobody wants to buy a 001, though. And it's limited edition.
Well, it's probably more than they want to buy 199. It's an odd number.
Yeah, correct. I have,
Have you heard of these things called podcasts?
never.
That surprises me, considering you're making one at the moment. I was listening to one earlier today, and they were talking about how odd numbers, for some reason, are more comedical than even numbers. And it occurred to me that I'd never thought about that before. Have you ever considered that odd numbers would be somehow funnier than even numbers?
No, I'm thinking about it. Odd numbers.
Pontificate on that for a while, and get back.
I guess odd flows, but in an odd way. So, right there, are numbers frequency, energy, numerical representation of energy?
Now we will take a break for some advertisements. Please support our sponsors.
Your product goes here. Anything and everything good to say about your product, we'll say it right here, right now. Promo code
Fuck.
And now, back to the show.
Sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and when you feel it in your chest, exhale into the now moment. And join me, the Blind Alchemist, as we conduct a little blind alchemy. Is that why odd numbers seem to flow differently than even numbers?
Well, I do feel differently about odd numbers and even numbers, but I'm not sure it's
I didn't.
quantifiable. I'm not sure I find them more humorous, though.
We loathe the odd number here.
I do feel differently about prime numbers, and it seems like most prime numbers are odd numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right about that? I think so.
I don't know. I don't know a lot of prime numbers. Because there's numbers, man. Look, I think in pictures, numbers don't do anything. They just sit there. And they're boring. I can't understand. Isn't it weird? I feel that's weird.
That they're boring?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Perhaps you just never had the right exposure to numbers to make them seem less than boring.
Maybe I should take them on a frolic through the woods. I will fill my pockets full of 1s and 2s and 9s and 6s. Maybe a little 3.
Threes are harder to come by.
3 is the magic number.
Why? What makes 3 magical? Is this part of your alchemy?
I think it could be. I don't know. What is
They say a triangle is the most sophisticated of all the shapes, the strongest of all the forms.
Could be.
But I often think that circles are probably stronger.
That circle is unbroken. The triangle is the first 3 connected points.
It's hard to find genuine triangles in nature, is my thought. Even in crystalline structures, the triangle is a rare find. It seems almost like it's a man-made graphical outcome, or some sort of...
Wow, you're really deep for a chef, man. I didn't know you had extracurricular activities like this. This is fascinating to me.
Well, I mean, isn't this the topic of your television show? The, cooking blind without a recipe alchemy, right? I mean, cooking is alchemy.
Cooking blind without a recipe. That's the name of this particular show, yes.
I had no recipe. I just threw some beans and some, leftovers.
Just heat them up and eat them out of the can. Oh, you're not a chef. You're a quack. God.
No, I've added all sorts of spices and pies.
All sorts of spices. I'm not a quack, sir. All right, hold on. I have to get some beverage. I will return.
Well, I may take a break to eat my chili.
No. All right, that's fine.
And then I'll call you back and we can continue.
Okay.
Would you be into that?
Well, I mean, it takes you like 5 minutes to eat. That'll be fine. But great. I mean, wolf it down. I know you're starving, working up a sweat all day out there.
Yes, I heard.
Oven and slaving. I know how hot that kitchen can be, dude. Can you stand the heat? All right, we'll find out next time on the Blind Alchemy Podcast. Well, thanks, Chef, here for being here. Maybe he'll come back later. Smells amazing over there. Thank you for the upgrade.
Yes, enjoy the sentiment while you can. Trademark Highline Productions. No one steal my trademark of the Sentinel. It was my idea first. I thought of this idea in 2002. I have documented evidence that clearly demonstrates my interest and foresight.
Fair enough. You will get all the credit.
I'll not have anyone stealing my inventions.
You just, okay. All right, fine. Don't. We'll.
Stop trying to steal my invention.
Okay, well.
That's quite enough of your alchemy. Stop casting spells on me, trying to steal my trademarks.
That's not how it works, but. I mean, maybe I can.
Well, tell us then, how does it work, Mr. Blind Deer Chasing Alchemist?
Oh, it works because it works. That's, wee woo, baby. Woo wee, not woo wee. Wee woo.
You seem to be slightly disenchanted with yourself today.
I am disenchanted with everything.
The spirits are not as high as normal. I suspect it has something to do with your recent car crash.
Our dinghy was
When you go out in the life raft, you have to watch out for the shores. You have to look out. You have to watch the lighthouses. They're beaming at you constantly.
Yes, the lighthouses are beaming at us constantly. I was not expecting a deer in the sea of frequency, and there it was. Boom. Well.
There will often be rough sine waves in the sea of frequency. We like to call them causal events. They're unpredictable. They are part of the chaos, which is the manifest of the matrix, which will bequeath upon you challenges which will bring you to question all of reality. And this is quite normal. It's quite normal. Like I said before, the only thing you can do is thank yourself that you're about to have a good bowl of chili that tastes delicious, and, thank the universe for not causing your imminent demise.
Okay. And that is one thing we are grateful for here. All right, we'll get back with you later, sir.
We'll talk soon.
It smells fantastic.
Oh, yes, I will slap it down.
Okay, Ted, turn it off. He's taking forever to get out of here. Thank you very much for being here with us. I'm your host, your guest on the quest as we float through the sea of frequency that we call reality. Love you, ladies and gentlemen. Please hit us up on every social platform you can find. Be safe out there. Come back and talk to me, all right?
Talk to you soon.
We would love to receive your feedback and your questions for advice. Please email us or send us a voicemail. Our address is the Blind Alchemy Podcast @gmail.com. Find, like, review, subscribe, and contact us on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, and YouTube at the Blind Alchemy Podcast. All one word. Please subscribe to this podcast on your podcast player. We are available on Spotify, SoundCloud, and Anchor.fm/The Blind Alchemy Podcast. Please tell all your friends, enemies, and any strangers to listen to our podcast. This will help us bring joy to everyone. Text-to-speech services were provided by freetts.com and readloud.net. Music for today's show is composed, performed, recorded, and today's show was edited, produced, and recorded by the excellent musicians and the world's greatest sound designers and engineers at Highline Productions. Please like their content on SoundCloud.